Hey, welcome back to Corner of Bexley. This is Clay with you guys.
And it's Sarah.
Bum bum bum.
Welcome
Back.
back, everybody.
Been a minute.
Yep.
Ah,
We
out here living our best lives.
yep, been a little busy. Haven't had a minute to get time to record a podcast, so we kind of just pushed it out till we got some time to get back to everybody. But welcome back. Happy first day of fall, everyone.
Happy fall, everybody.
So we're going to go ahead and kick the show off. Um,
Been a busy
since
month.
yeah, since we have been away and we've been so busy, let's talk about all the things that we did while we were away from everybody. So
Yeah,
Popcorn Festival happened.
yeah, I walked down there. Uh, what was it? Friday. I don't. You didn't go down there, did you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, but yeah, I needed to get that Euro, gyro, whatever you call it. It's
Bored.
that's what the guy's like. Hey, do you here's your Euro gyro, whatever. I'm
Right.
like, okay.
Whatever you want, just take my money.
Yeah. Oh, so good. They're my favorite. But a little upset I didn't get to try this my buddy B's been talking about Slap Yourself food truck.
Oh
Yeah, have you heard of it?
yeah. No, I've never heard it. I always see their truck is like on the corner of Blaine.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if they like live there, but that's usually where like
Okay.
their stuff is like sitting.
Yeah.
So I've never tried it. No.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet, but I heard good things. So hopefully that's the thing on the list to try next.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I
Interesting.
see they're sometimes at Shovel City. I think they're there when they have their Thursday.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Possibly.
Gotcha.
I don't think
But
I don't know. I never noticed them advertised on there.
oh,
So
really?
yeah, no. Usually I mean obviously I
Mm,
follow Shovel City,
yeah.
but I never noticed them on there.
Oh,
So
yeah. So
it's something to think about. But yeah, I didn't walk down to the popcorn festival. It just
not your vibe.
it wasn't in me to do. It's not really
Yeah. Then
that
I
important. I
stopped at
mean,
Merriam Brew and got their German style beers for the popcorn fest.
yeah,
They had the caramel popcorn flavor. Oh, that was really good. It
interesting.
was like a salty sweet taste. If you ever had like the nutrient bar, sweet and salty,
Oh yeah.
it was
Okay.
like that. It was nice, like a little salty caramel taste at the
Hmm.
end. So
Ugh, gross.
num 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 num. I think that's something like Brooks would like.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel like I only really go to festivals to eat fries, as there's nothing like.
get the funnel cakes.
I mean, yeah, funnel cake. Like, there's nothing really that I'm ever like, oh yeah, I really want. I don't know, something sometimes about street food. I don't know. I
Just
mean,
not
I don't mind
appealing.
food trucks, and I guess a food truck is probably just the same as street food, but
Yeah,
I don't know. But I was just kind of like, it's not that, and not. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. There's not a band down there I really want to see, so
yeah.
it is what it is. And I knew that we were gonna go to Oktoberfest, so I was like, well,
Get my fill there.
yeah. So I guess that leads us into Oktoberfest, which was the same weekend as Popcorn Festival. Oktoberfest was in Columbus at the fairgrounds where they have the Ohio State Fair. Um, it was great. It was, first of all, it was free to get in,
Oh yeah.
and you basically just had to pay for parking.
What was it, like $15? Like that?
Yes, it was $15 for parking.
And then we got the shuttle ride.
Yes,
Dude, that lady was nice because I tried to tip her and she was just like, no, thank you.
yeah, and then they had like people in like golf carts. I'm assuming maybe they work on like some committee or something um that would pick you up if they saw you walking and you didn't feel like walking to and
Yeah,
from.
because we were like at the end of the
It
parking.
wasn't. I mean, that's the same, like, that parking lot is the same parking lot that is shared with what is now historic Crew Stadium, which is where the Crew used to play. But that's also where they had, um, formerly known as Rock on the Range, now known as Sonic Temple. So a lot of times when you would get there, all the upfront parking would be taken. So you would have to park back there
Oh yeah.
in the fairgrounds. Like one year we parked by the slide that you go down. We're
Mm.
parked right next to it. So I've
Wow.
walked further.
Gotcha.
So it wasn't that bad, but I just thought it was really nice of them to,
Talk about walking further.
right, to pick people up going to from their cars to the entrance and from the entrance to their cars. Um, that was our first time there.
Yeah, it was fun. It was like the crafts, the show. You know, they
Yes.
had the crafts going.
They had a lot of
German.
crafts.
I was hoping to see like the lederhosen for sale, but I didn't see any of that.
Yeah, I don't know how many. I didn't see a lot of like.
But
There were a few like boutique items, like boutique clothing items, but I didn't see a lot of like hand sewn like big clothing items. Like nothing like super big. Like there were like little things like stuff
like
for your
t-shirts.
dogs and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like little things.
My favorite
Um,
was the cups.
Yeah, they had the.
What are they called? Do you know?
I don't know. I
What
don't.
they-
There's
the-
probably a name, but I couldn't
The
tell
official
you.
name of the mugs. With the
They
little
were
handle.
very ornate. They were very ornate, very detailed. I don't know if those people like. I'm assuming they make them themselves.
It said it was made in Germany. So
I I I don't know, but they
So,
were very very expensive, very detailed.
yeah, $160.
Um,
Oh man, I don't know if it would be one of those things that I would have to put up, or if it would be like I have to use this every time to get my money's worth.
right.
It-
And
but-
I'm assuming like it was like like ceramic.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know.
Hey, applaud the craftsman on that.
Yes, it was great, and they had lots of different kinds, different.
They even had like a horn.
Yeah,
Did you
they
see
had
that?
they had the horn. They had different uh, German towns. They did the branches of the military. Like it looked
Oh.
like anything you wanted, they had. So there were lots of crafts, lots of food. Schmidt's, that's a big. I know that's like a big restaurant in Columbus in German Village. Was there? There's another place that I like better than Schmidt's, but I can never remember how to pronounce the name.
Jingle House Smith.
Clayton's trying to be funny. um, there was polka music and
Polka dancing.
yeah, just everything like strongman competitions.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely it was a nice day out. It was like the first fall day that we've had since it was September. Like it was comfortable, it was nice. I enjoyed it, and I'm not a big fan of German food, and it was enjoyable. So definitely would go back next year.
Oh, definitely already got a plan for next year.
Yeah.
In the books. 2025 strongman competition.
Right.
Easy there. Slow your roll there, kid.
Right.
Before you
I-
pull
I-
a disc out.
Listen, if you want to start training now for the strongman competition, sure. But
By all means.
if you were thought that you were just going to go out there and participate,
Yeah.
some of those guys that we watched, like
I mean, it was the amateurs competition. I was looking at.
listen, I don't.
Hey, next week there's the Swiss competition.
No.
It's
I don't
just
think
a
you're
175 ball you got to pick up and throw.
I don't.
I
Think
can
you're
do that.
ready.
I got that. Come on, coach. I can do it. I can do it, honey.
No.
let me prove my honor to you. Let me show you how big and
That's
strong
all
I
I
can
need
pick
you to
up.
do is to throw your back out, and then how am I going to get you home? One of the strong men are going to have to carry you to the car.
You take me to a piece of board and just like hobble myself.
Right. You have to stretcher you out of there like the guys on fucking Rocco.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, Rocco. Oh, the Rocco. Oh man, I love that show.
So,
Yeah.
we did that, and then this weekend, well, first, let me just update you because, yes, did Clayton get me the Ninja Slushie for my birthday?
Yes.
He absolutely did get me the Ninja
Came
Slushie for
through.
my birthday. So here is
Sold my soul.
here's our review. First of all,
10.
is it
I
as
don't know.
it's as advertised? It is life changing. Like, and I hate that sounds stupid.
Yo, like no more going to Starbucks and buying
Yes,
fraps. Like we do it at our house now.
I have
It is, taking out the middleman. Now just go to the store, get the stuff.
so
How
I
do you think that
had
it
a
tastes?
free frap for my birthday, and I didn't even use it because I had a frap here.
Yeah.
Like, it is.
Because what have we been using? We tried the Hershey flavored.
Yeah, so you
creamer.
basically can just go, because that's also another thing. Starbucks, Dunkin',
Yeah.
all those places sell their concentrate or their coffees.
They're cold brew.
Yeah, their cold brew coffee in the store. So you can even get if you're a medium roast or a blonde roast or a dark
Sweet,
roast
non-sweet.
person, sweet, non-sweet, flavored, non-flavored, get whatever creamer you want, whether you want, regular dairy creamer or you want the non-dairy creamer, you get it, you bring it in, I dump the coffee in first and then I start it and then I dump my creamer in so I can see what it looks like. Because I kind of go off the color of what my
That's how we
coffee
judge.
looks like to tell if I have enough in there. Because I'm not really, I like coffee, but I don't like coffee, if that makes any sense.
I need it to be sweet.
But yeah, it's as advertised.
Wonderful.
It's
I recommend
great.
it if you're a slushy fan, frap fan, margarita fan. It's
Right.
worth it.
We haven't tried anything spiked yet.
No.
We've pretty much just done fraps and slushies. So I guess my only complaint is the whole sugar thing.
Yeah.
You can't do diet or sugar-free stuff.
It needs to have sugar in
It
it.
has to have sugar in it. I guess because non-sugar doesn't freeze correctly or doesn't. Basically, we were going to try to
It explodes.
we were going
That's
to
why it always happens in my parents' car in winter.
we were going to try to trick the system because it says it in the book. You get a little book and it tells you if the sugar is below, I think 4 grams, it won't freeze.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I read the book.
Thank goodness one of us did.
Yesterday, because I'm not I drink pop, but not a lot. And when I do drink, I usually drink zero sugar or diet. And I was like, okay, well, let's just try to trick the system. But before that, I got on TikTok and to see if somebody had tried it. And it showed a video of a guy trying to do Diet Coke. And he dumped the Diet Coke in. He turned it on. He hit slushy. It ran and ran. And then there's a little board on it that says one side of the panel has slushy, spiked slushy, frap, milkshake, something else and something else. And then the other side is your temperature of the spinny thing. You don't have to put water or ice in it. It's that freezes, that gets cold, and then it moves the the liquid around. So the constant moving of the liquid is what creates the slushy part.
Yeah.
So
It's got the refrigerator cylinder right there, and it just keeps it.
it lights up if it doesn't have enough. It knows, like, you're trying to fuck with me, and it. The guy showed it. He dumped it. He dumped the Diet Coke in. He turned it on. It ran for a few minutes, and then the one side like lit up, and then it just shut itself off. Like, so it knows, like, oh, you think you're funny? Like, no, fuck that, and then it just turns itself
No
off.
dice.
So that would be my only complaint, is that you can't do. Now you could do, like I said, you can get like regular coffee and then do like oat milk or oat milk creamer or almond milk creamer,
We've been
or
using almond milk.
or something like that. And you could probably like finagle the bagel and do like a sugar-free soda with and maybe add, I don't know how much, like you could
What
probably
the mixture needs to be.
measure out like something that isn't like, so maybe you could do like a diet Pepsi and like half of a regular Pepsi, and maybe that would equal itself out. I don't know, but that also kind of defeats the purpose of getting a diet or a sugar-free soda. So it is what it is. But like I said, that is my only complaint. Everything else, the consistency of the slushy, whether it's a frap or a slushy, is great. Like I said, we haven't tried like spiked yet.
I have to say, like, the cleaning up of it is easy.
Yeah,
simple.
like it's so easy to
Just
like pop it off.
Wash it out, because it's got the big,
Yeah,
space, so you can get your hand in there, wipe it out, and then you take the little spindle, wipe it, tray. So that's very convenient.
yeah. So it definitely is worth it. We've used it. Clayton used it before I got to use it, but we pretty much used it like every day. So go,
No, 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 no,
you
no.
know, go get yourself, like, you want a frap, go and get your coffee you like, your creamer you like, get chocolate syrup or whatever kind of syrup
Yeah.
you like. Go ahead and make yourself a frap. Get some whipped cream. Boom, bam, boom. You got yourself a frappuccino. Didn't cost you anything. You can have one multiple times a day if that's what you want to do. So,
Save yourself some money.
right. Yeah, I definitely I know it's expensive.
Because right now you can get 2 for $10 of the coffee. And then, so you could be like $16 in this.
Right.
And probably make what, maybe, dang.
He's doing the math in his head.
Not Rain Man
His-
Rain Man and not Rain Man real
His
good.
operating system just shut down.
Oh,
He's running on
Reset.
like Windows 95, and that shit
Reset
was
button
like,
just
no. Even Clippy was like, no, thank you.
but yeah. So for $16, I would say you get about 10 drinks
right.
or so more. So
I mean, I definitely think it's worth it.
and I'm talking like the large, like Venti.
Right. You could wait. I mean, obviously Christmas and shit is coming up. Black Friday and all the other good stuff is coming up.
Like,
So
you can even finance it.
right.
through there.
Right. Through their I work for a banking institution, so if that's what you want to do, just make sure you pay it. Otherwise, that shit is going to go on your credit, and it's probably not going to come off. So,
They're gonna come for you.
right, they're going to come for you.
Be like, send out the ninja slushy machine.
Right,
Send it out, and nobody gets hurt. Negotiating.
right. So, my birthday was Friday.
Woo woo! Birthday girl,
I turned
birthday girl
35.
in the house.
So we went to the Columbus Zoo's Lantern Festival,
Mhm.
and it was as advertised. It was great. I had already heard like really good things about it,
Yeah.
and it was the coolest.
I didn't even know what to expect. Like, I had no like idea. I was just lights and lanterns. That's all that I was like coming through. So it was awesome seeing the the craftsmanship that they put into it, even having the animatronics.
Yes.
So
And they had like, they had things that were specific to the specific exhibits,
hmm
and then they had things that were specific to the areas of the park that are dedicated to like the different continents in the park. As somebody who's never made it to the zoo's lights in winter,
oh, you've never
uh,
been to the zoo
no, I
lights?
never been to the zoo. Well, for
Dang, I've been
one, I
slacking.
don't really like to go to. I don't like the zoo. I've
Ooh,
never been a
boys.
zoo person. Um, and I think the one time I was gonna go, we got stuck in traffic, and we didn't like stuck in
Oh,
traffic and sat for hours. And by the time it was just kind of like, I'm hungry, we're all hungry, let's just go and eat. So we didn't end up going. But yeah, I feel like going to the zoo lights, it's got to be like, it can't be like too cold, but you want it to be nice enough that you can like wear like a light
oh,
hoodie or sweatshirt and go and walk around and be comfortable and not be frigid and it be snowing and shit and all that
and
other
get
stuff.
first like frostbite.
Right. So yeah, I've never been to the zoo lights, but I definitely, the Lantern Festival, it was beautiful. They did such a great job. It
hmm
was packed. There were
Yeah,
strollers and kids running everywhere, and it was dark, and um but yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I
yeah,
kind of felt bad for the people working at the zoo though, cuz I was kind of like, I don't know what time the zoo like normally closes, but
right.
I know that they were probably like,
Overtime.
I want to go home.
But yeah, I didn't. I thought they had the exhibit still open, like and you know how they shut down some of the areas.
Yeah.
I thought they still had them open. So I wish we would have got there a little bit earlier and would so we could see some of the animals.
Oh, so you never mentioned you wanted to go to like the zoo and like walk around and look at the stuff, like
Well,
the
I got
animals.
some walking around money.
Oh, okay.
I don't
I
know.
mean, we can go to the zoo. I mean, it's not going to be like,
Oh, I've been to it and seen how like the new exhibits with the lions. And I've
have you
never went
seen the
into it.
polar bears?
Yeah, I seen the polar bears and all that,
Oh,
and what else? Uh, the gorillas and all that.
yeah.
So, but it was nice to go in and see the reptiles,
Yeah.
see the alligators,
I was trying to look for a viper. But
sandpiper.
yeah, so I could post it on my story and tag Randy Orton in it. Get noticed. But
Be like, the the viper
right.
here in Columbus.
So,
So
but yeah, I highly recommend it. Obviously, I don't know anything about it at any other people's zoos. Like, I don't know what the Cincinnati
Cincinnati,
Zoo.
Cleveland. Is there a
Yeah.
Toledo Zoo? Is that a thing?
Maybe. I
Or am
don't
I
know.
just like,
Pittsburgh. I've been to the Pittsburgh Zoo.
oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
Um, I don't know. I don't know what if anybody else is doing anything. But yeah, I thought it was great.
yeah.
Definitely would go again.
hmm
Hopefully, we go to the zoo lights this year, I guess.
I'm sure.
Um, but so speaking of Randy Orton, I really quick, Bad Blood is coming up on October 5th.
Bad blood.
We have Rhea Ripley going against Liv Morgan. We have Damian Priest fighting Finn Balor. We have Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns tag teaming against Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu.
Woot woot.
Okay.
Somebody's saying that this is Cody's making the heel turn. He's getting ready for it.
I mean,
They're like he's getting ready.
We haven't watched a whole lot because football is on and football takes precedent over, I feel like, everything. But they did do a really cool, like, cinematic um, promo with Roman and Cody together, standing on the field at Georgia Tech, which was where Roman went to college and played football. And Roman basically kind of said, like, yo, this is my shit. I've bled blood here.
This is my
This
field.
is my field. Which I wish Cody would have said, well, if this is your field, how come it ain't named after you? But he didn't say that.
Burn.
And Roman's like, going on and on because Roman used to be like, "This is my company, this is my da 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 da, blah 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 blah." And Cody was basically like, "Yo, slow your roll." Like, all right, cool. We already got a tribal chief. We already got a WWE champion. The world has moved on. Like, we already got a bloodline and you ain't in it. Oh, BT Dubs, I said that you would be standing right where you're standing with nobody, no family, no wise man, no Usos, no informant, no Ulafalo. Like, what you gotta say? Because I was right. Like, Cody was hitting Roman with the facts, the hard facts. And Roman was looking like, why are you bringing up old shit? Why are you bringing up old shit, bro? You just gonna throw that shit in my face like that? Like, I thought we was better than that. I thought we was talking about present shit. Why? I thought we were talking about shit that's gonna happen in the future. Why are you talking about shit that happened in the past? So they're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And Cody's basically like, yo, I'll help you, but I need your word that you're gonna have my back. Because I'm not fucking helping you if you don't have my back. And because Roman's basically like, I don't have any, you're right. I ain't got shit. I ain't got no family. I ain't got no wise men. I ain't got no Ulafala. I ain't the fucking tribal chief. I'm just Roman Reigns out here. I'm by myself. Like, I'm out here by myself. I got nothing to lose. And you got everything to lose. And Cody's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Sure. But if you want me to help you, I need your word that you're going to have my back. And Roman's like, fine, you have my word, I'm going to have your back. And then they had this little exchange. Roman goes to walk away. Cody steps in front of Roman like, yo. And Roman says some slick shit like, you're in my way. You're in my way in life or something like that. Whatever. It looked like very expensive promo. They both did a really nice job. It was great. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So yeah, Bad Blood. In Atlanta, Georgia, that's technically Cody's from, I think, Marietta, Georgia, not from Atlanta. But Bad Blood, October 5th. We'll see what happens. I think Rhea's going to lose, but I don't know.
Dama come out and
something. There's also a rumor that Raquel Rodriguez is going to come back. And, Raquel and Rhea used to be cool. But Rhea turned on Raquel too. And I know Raquel and Liv are cool. So I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen? I just haven't been keeping it up. You got, Rhea and Jay. Oh, Jay and Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental. Like,
oh, that'd be good.
I like Braun, but I really want Jay to step out. Like give Jay something. Like, y'all could have given Jay.
Give him a belt. Yes,
you could have given him the U.S. title. That would have been great also, but you're pushing. He's very, as they say in the business, he's very over right now. He's great for the fans. He's bringing in a lot of revenue. Everybody loves him. Everybody's singing his song. Everybody's doing his little catchphrase. Everybody loves the interactions between him and Rhea. Give him a belt. Make him push him a little bit before you just push him back into this bloodline scenario and make it all about him and his family. So we'll see what happens. once it gets closer. But like I said, we haven't really been keeping up on it as much because football is back. And what else did we do for my birthday? We went to the Ohio State Buckeyes game on
Mm-hmm.
Saturday. Ohio State versus Marshall. Ohio State got the big dub. First of all, it was hot as shit outside. It reminded me of when we went to the home opener for the Cleveland Browns a few years ago. It was so hot. It
Oh
was
man,
so hot. Like,
just baking in the sun, just right. I wish. I mean, first time going to a day game there for me. That was your
that
first
was my
time.
first time going to a game, period.
Yeah. So now we know where the sun is, and definitely
Yes.
maybe get into like
Next
the
time,
covered area.
well, no, next time we'll just go to like a 3:30 game instead of going to a noon game, unless it's like late October.
Yeah,
But
man, just baking.
but
My
it was
leg.
it was great atmosphere. Obviously,
Somebody's looking like a lobster in the legs.
yeah, Clayton didn't put on any sunscreen, and
Rookie mistake. And I
yeah,
thought about that too when we got to halfway out there. I was like, man, I should. I'm like, man, she'll be pissed if we. I say, hey, can I turn back to go put sunscreen on?
yeah,
She'll be like, why did you do it?
yeah. We parked not like super far,
It was
but
like what, a mile and a half?
yeah, something like that. So like, because it's like the way everything is set up, it's kind of like in succession. So it's like Ohio Stadium, and then it's the Schottenstein Center, and then well, it's Ohio Stadium, St. John's Arena, Schottenstein Center, the baseball stadium, and then like the track and field stadium, and then I think maybe where they do like swimming or something, and um, it was pretty far, so it was a little bit of a walk, but yeah, it was fun. It was a great atmosphere. We learned a lot. Like they have like specific parking for RVs.
Definitely thinking about doing the RV thing.
Yes,
Rent an
because
RV and then go down there and tailgate.
yeah, it definitely um those people look like
Yeah.
they were having a
Oh
great
man,
time.
people had like a deep fryer out there,
Right.
and I'm just like,
Make a
holy
little money,
cow!
sell some waters to the people passing by,
Yo,
or
I was about ready to be like, yo, who's selling water out here? Because
right,
I'm dying from this
nobody. Which
water.
was surprising. Like
No ice at the.
right,
They
they
ran
ran out of ice.
like it was before halftime too, and I knew that too. Like I was like, man, they're gonna run out of ice because people were just
Yep.
and it was overflowing, and people would just let it.
Yeah,
And I'm
ran
just
out of
like,
ice.
wasteful,
So
wasteful.
we were leaving at halftime, and like normal sporting events, there's like shit tons of people outside, like selling whatever. And as we were going, like as we got closer to Ohio Stadium, there were a few people like selling, like I guess if you're not familiar with Ohio State or you're not from the state of Ohio and you're listening, they sell like they'll take the Buckeye nuts and they'll drill
I even
holes in
thought
them and
about that because
they'll make little necklaces out of them. Yeah, we have a Buckeye tree.
oh, we have like Buckeyes on this row of
Yes.
like a row on the streets, and I seen that.
So there was like a few people selling that. There was people selling like bucket hats and stuff, but there wasn't as much as I thought that there would be because usually there's like, I mean, we've been to other sporting events where
And
there's like shit tons of people selling waters and T-shirts and
yeah,
like everything,
huh,
anything you could think of. Like
right.
I just thought that maybe there would be more, but as we were leaving the stadium, considering how hot it was, there wasn't anybody out there selling bottles of water or
Nah, it
nothing.
was. I mean, they had the food trucks on the side there, but not like
Yeah,
individual like carriers, like going through and being like, "Hey, who wants water? Water?
right.
Get get your sodas."
So Ohio State, they look good. Um, I I feel like
Who have
we
they played yet, though?
right
That's the thing. Like,
that is the question. Is like
they had Marshall go down on their first drive and score. So what is
right.
that? You know, it's
So we haven't really gotten into like the nitty gritty of. I mean, next week will be our first test.
right. Was that
Michigan State.
Oh, dang, that
Yeah.
quick? Wow.
Next week
But
we play a
Michigan State lost the
3-1 Michigan State. So, our first, Big Ten opponent. Michigan State is always like sneaky good.
little
Um,
brother.
and we kind of like have like a back to back. We play Michigan State next week, and then the following week we play Iowa, another sneaky good team. So, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves because we have those two games, and then the big game, Oregon, on October 12th. So, now we're getting into like the meat and potatoes of the season
It's gonna
where
be a
it's like,
grind the whole
yo,
way.
like,
Yeah.
I know our quarterback, I think his name's Will Howard.
Yeah, Howard transferred from
From
Kansas State.
Kansas State. It's like, yo, like,
Get ready.
right. You
Get
want to know?
ready.
You're about to find out. You're about to understand why.
Trials and tribulations is about ready to kick in, buddy, and we're gonna see what you're made out of.
No, you're about to find out why Kyle left Ohio State. Like, he was a good quarterback, and he's been really good for Syracuse. But this is the big stage. This is everybody talks a lot of shit about the Big Ten, but this is a team. This is only the second team, and this is the first team to win the new national championship when it changed hands. So let's be clear. This isn't Kansas State. This is the Ohio State Buckeyes. You're about to play Michigan State. Michigan State is a very sneakily good team. We've lost to them in the past. Iowa, another sneakily good team we've lost to in the past. Don't get shit twisted. You better come with your A game. Like, otherwise, you should have said, we'll mail you back to where you came from, bro.
Get ready. Oh, man. Letters going to be coming in.
Right.
They want blood. I'm like, man, people just take this stuff too serious. Like, do you guys not got shit going on in your life that is like, man, that this game affects your life that much that you're like, oh, they lost it. My life's ruined. It's over.
Feel.
I mean, I know people that are like that in my family. And they like Browns, Buckeyes, live, breathe, die by it. Is it like a blue collar like trait?
I mean, look at the people that went out and burnt their LeBron James jersey when LeBron went to Miami. Like, you bought and paid for a Cavaliers jersey.
They were hurt that bad.
And decided that you would burn it in the street. Like,
for YouTube likes.
And I think also what made it just as bad was Dan Gilbert, the owner of the Cavs, coming out with that message. And I get, like, you're upset, but you're feeding into the fandom knowing that you're going to look stupid when you guys don't win a championship.
Yikes.
So I think people sports is something everybody feels like is theirs. Like, you're a part of something.
Well, you know what fan is short for? Fanatic.
Right. So it is what it is. But, we'll see what happens with the next game coming.
It'd be interesting to see how they handle it.
Hopefully it'll be a good game. It's a night game.
Michigan State lost Boston College this weekend. What does that say about Boston College?
I mean,
didn't they beat Florida State? Boston College?
Yeah, they did.
Dang.
So,
They're
but Florida State's getting beat by everybody. So,
yo,
there's
that dude needs to eat the hat or whatever. He's like, oh, if they lose the Georgia Tech, because that's who they lost to, right? Georgia Tech.
yes,
Yeah, he's like, if they lose the Georgia Tech, I'll eat my hat or shoe or
y-
curse. Put the curse
yeah.
on until he eats it. You got to eat it,
They're
dude. If you don't eat it, you're gonna just keep the losing streak going.
they're just, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was they still holding on to that hype from last year and feeling slighted that they didn't get into you know, the top four last year and they should have been, or what it was, but the wheels,
Yeah.
they lost that first game and the wheels just came off completely. They were
Yeah.
just like, oh, season's over. We're ruined. We're
Yeah.
ruined. It's over. It's all, everything is
I
over.
mean, they did get a win this weekend against Cal, so
Well, that's good for them.
they're on the upswing, I guess.
Right.
They're stopping the bleeding.
Things are looking up. They can make the Cheez-It Bowl, or
The Duke's Mayo Bowl,
the Tax Slayers Bowl, or something
Army
like that.
Navy, the Armed Forces Bowl,
Something, one of those.
Kraft Cheez-Its.
Um,
Man, they just got everything like named for these things now.
Everything. Everybody has the bowl.
I was like, I remember being a kid and it was like, oh, the Tostillas Festival Bowl.
Right, and now everything.
Dude.
That's why I said I'm surprised. Like Costco or Sam's Club doesn't have a bowl that they
they're
sponsor.
just waiting to get that money, or somebody that has that idea of like, oh, that's a good promotional advertising idea. We should do that.
Right, that's a good idea.
Like all it takes is a CEO to be like, yo, I want to go to the game. If we sponsor this, I can go to the game.
Right,
and I can give my little trophy to these, and get my face out there on the TV and be like, oh, so. Heck, if shit. Corner of Bexley Bowl coming to you.
That's
Division 3.
right.
Bluffton versus
not even that.
Ohio Northern.
Not even that. HBCU.
It'd be like
we got Georgia versus Alabama next week.
Ooh.
Both undefeated.
Really?
Yeah, that I feel
Wasn't Georgia?
That seems like an early in the season game, right?
Yeah, I guess maybe I don't.
Two versus 4.
It's on. See what happens.
Yeah, I don't see really. Ooh, Notre Dame versus Louisville. Louisville undefeated also still.
Really?
Miami
versus Virginia Tech. They're still
undefeated. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so we'll see what the matchups are looking like. Let's see. In NFL news, I know the Cowboys are losing to
Are they?
The Ravens. Yeah.
Yo, this week was wild on NFL net, or like on the NFL. Because you got the Panthers 27-7 right now on the Raiders.
Whoa!
Like,
wait, who's starting at?
Oh wait, you got Andy, but it's Andy, the Red Rocket. Red Rocket. Red Rocket. Let's go, Red Rocket.
I'm all right with that. No offense to Bryce Young, but let's hear it for Andy Dalton. You get it, Andy. You go. 3 touchdowns. He's 25 for 34 with 322 yards and 3 tutties. You get it, Andy Dalton. You the redhead appreciation. You get it.
You go. But 26-7 Broncos over the Buccaneers.
Dang.
Bo Nix getting a dub.
Look at that.
Fucking Baker.
49ers are winning by the grace of God, because I hear like their whole fucking team is injured.
Huh. I can't believe the Giants beat the Browns today.
That's
like, I did not see that coming.
Yo, they played.
I was like, oh, they Browns
played their little hearts out.
Yo, the little Giants came out to play. Annexation of Puerto Rico. Okay. Run it now.
Dang.
Run it.
Dolphins are losing.
Oh damn! Is Tulu out or is he in?
Yeah, he's out. Yo, they're not letting him play. Who is their quarterback? Skylar Skylar Thompson,
Skyler.
Kansas State.
Huh.
I never heard of him. Is he a rookie?
But what's up with the Vikings? What is up with Sam Darnold?
Yep.
Like, he just be like, yo, I just needed to go to the Vikings, get some receivers.
Not
like
for nothing. Sam has had a few, like, decent. Well, you got to think. He started out with the Panthers also. And
no,
we see.
was he with the Panthers? Or
Yeah.
was he with the Jets? Or wait.
He was with the Jets at one point in time,
No,
too.
I got to look this up. Because it's like, I think he's bounced around so much.
He has, because wasn't he with the 49ers last year?
Like, well, we'll see.
But, I mean, I think he did a stint with the Panthers.
Yo, he was drafted by the New York Jets. Then went to the Carolina Panthers.
And the Panthers
then
are
the San
trash.
Francisco 49ers.
Yes.
And now he's with the Vikings. All since 2018.
I mean, well, what? The Jets gave him up for Zach Wilson, I'm assuming. We seen how that went.
Oh, the Mormon miracle maker.
And then you go to the Panthers, and we see
The
how
Mormon
much
milk
the
chaser.
Panthers have invested in being a good team to their quarterbacks.
Yo, they'll send you away in a heartbeat.
So then you send him to the 49ers, who they're not going to let him start over Brock Purdy, who's been like the miracle of the century.
He's the story of the century. He's like, they're trying to like make him the next Tom Brady.
Right.
Just to be Mr. Irrelevant and, you know.
I mean,
it's
he's got, it is far-fetched. Now, he does have good pieces around him, though.
Yeah.
But Kyle Shanahan isn't Bill Belichick, and that might be where the problem is.
You need Bill.
And now Sam's at the Vikings, which he wasn't supposed to be the starting quarterback of the Vikings, but J.J. McCarthy gets hurt, who's a rookie. But I feel like Sam's had a few, like, decent starts or decent games. Also, he has better wide receivers, so, you know.
He's making do.
Sometimes you just need,
He's
a
like,
good
I can do
wide
it.
receiving core, and, you'll be all right.
I guess so. Like, because where was he drafted out of?
I don't know.
USC.
He went to USC?
Yeah, he went to USC.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I thought he went to some, like, podunk school, like Minnesota or something.
Minnesota.
He looks like a Minnesota quarterback.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means.
I mean, he's from California.
Is he?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, we're just,
we're just judging this man.
We're just judging
he looks plain.
5 high.
Right. He looks plain. Just like he drinks milk for dinner or something.
Mm-hmm.
But no, good for him.
Got cats.
Right.
Oh, we're jerks.
Well, good for him.
But yeah, it's nice to, way to make a turnaround.
Right.
You know?
Bears lost. And the Steelers won.
I know. I seen that. I was like, what?
Bears could have won it, though, I think.
Yeah. But,
Well,
Caleb Williams.
Right. So.
Football's
trucking along.
It's getting fun. It's
getting better. People are getting, people are trying to figure out if, Tua Tagovailoa is going to come back. That's the big question is, should he continue to play after his, 4th concussion?
I mean, what does he have to prove, Is it worth it?
Right. I guess,
I mean, look at the boxers and that,
Right. I guess I hope that I get, like, you're in a contract and all those other great things.
Is
and
he
blah,
allowed
blah, blah, blah.
to wear one of those?
Yeah, he can wear one of those, the padded,
cushiony things?
The padded helmets that go on top of the
I would be
regular
like,
helmet.
you need to wear that.
Because this last concussion was kind of, I don't want to say it was his fault, but when you look at the play, he lowered his head and went full force into DeMar's chest, and it was kind of like, I don't like I just am like, what's going through your mind when you and I know like he did all, he picked up jujitsu to try to learn how to fall, and it's one thing to like if he's going to slide and the defender's coming in as he slides and can't stop his momentum type of thing, but I, I don't know. I just hope there's somebody in. I hope he's really taking it serious. It's not just a like I'm a football player and I'm tough and this is what comes with the game of football. Blah 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 blah. Blah. I hope it's really like I'm taking this seriously
Can you
because
do it in your Tula voice?
I want to know. I want to know my kids' names.
Right.
I want to not forget. You know.
Trust me. You don't want to be that guy that's like, did I turn off the stove? Living it.
Right. I mean,
having a TBI is not cool.
Yes, having
as somebody that
has a traumatic brain injury.
Yeah,
it's
stink. Did I do this? What'd you say? What are we doing?
It's not just saying it; it's visualizing. It's both. Like it's double. It's saying it. It's writing it down. It's putting it in multiple places. It's
walking in the rooms. What am I doing in here?
Right.
What did I come in here for?
It's listening to their story so that if they lose where they're at in their story, you can repeat back what they've said so that they can figure out where they're at. Like, it's things like that. And that's just a mild case. So you can imagine, like, he's had, 4 concussions in the past 2 years. It just, like, I don't know, bro. Like, I know you've achieved your dream. You made it to the NFL.
Right.
You're on a team that's really good that could possibly go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, and that's great. That's a wonderful honor, but at what cost? What do you give up? Do you give up your memory?
Your health?
Do you give up, possibly,
Because what is it like? You got maybe 10 years of football to play in your life?
Right. Maybe
versus 50,
at the rate
60 years of your life.
At the rate he's going, maybe not even that.
But you know what I mean? Like, what is that
right.
length, 15, 10 years of doing that and the damage you would want to spend basically the rest of your life.
Right. Chasing,
fucking seeing ghosts.
Right.
So, but at the end of the day, we all live our own lives, make our own decisions, but understand the risk and the reward.
So now that we've talked about sports, we're going to talk about the fall show schedule.
Oh, yeah.
Bringing this segment back, since fall is rolling back around.
Here at a corner of Bexley, we're big Bob's fans here.
Yes, big fans of Bob's Burgers.
Yeah. She got me into Bob's Burgers because I was more of a Simpsons guy.
And I am not a Simpsons person at all.
No, she's not.
I don't like The Simpsons.
Family Guy.
I don't like Family Guy.
Yeah.
I don't like, American Dad. I don't like Futurama. I don't like Rick and Morty.
All shows I love.
For transparency, I did try all of these shows. Now, The Simpsons, not that I don't like The Simpsons. I feel like The Simpsons is such an iconic show that they just refuse to cancel it, and it's run its course. And because it's run its course, it's not as funny as it used to be. So, and then with Family Guy, it's kind of like speaking of Family Guy, it's kind of like a pun. Like, it's just a show.
Parody within a parody of a parody.
It's like a joke and a pun and a joke and a pun and a joke and a pun. American Dad, I just kind of was like, okay, well, this is a weird spinoff to, from a Family Guy. And then Rick and Morty, I tried. It's a little too strange for me. In Futurama, I was just kind of like, not my thing. But yeah, I like Bob's. I like The Great North, but I don't watch it as much. Um, but yeah, Bob's is my shit.
This is Bob's house.
Right.
We liked the movie. The movie was great. The
Yes.
music. I didn't. I mean, for it to be a musical, I guess if you watch the show, you would kind of expect it, but you wouldn't expect it, because you got Gene who does the music and all that, is the band and all.
I expected it because there's always a little bit of music
The toilet scene.
in Bob's shows. There's always a little bit of, Linda is the musical one and past that Gene. So there's always a little bit of, so I figured there would be a few
Oh yeah.
songs in there. But yeah, if you didn't expect it, I was like, I knew there was going to be at least one or two.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it was totally.
It was great.
Yeah, it was a good one. Went to the drive-in to see it.
Yes.
Definitely love going to the drive-in. Brings back those good memories.
Yes.
But and another show that's came out, Rings of Power, for all you Lord of the Rings fans out there. I don't know if you've been watching this or not, but Lord of the Rings of Power. But yeah, it's like basically how everything starts. How before Frodo, Bilbo, it just shows like how Saruman.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't
TBI
help,
kicking in.
right. I can't help with this because I'm not a Lord of the Rings person. I don't.
Yeah, I need Sean.
I don't know anything about
But
it really.
yeah, it's interesting for if you're a fan. I'd definitely say check it out. But and then I know they got that Agatha.
Does that have to do with the Scarlet Witch?
It's basically the other witch that was in it. So
okay.
I'll probably, I don't know, maybe I'll watch it, maybe I won't. The actress who plays her, I like the stuff she's been in, so I think I'll probably catch it, but probably wait until it all comes out so I can just do a binge watch.
Yeah,
because that's the toughest thing is just having to I just want to binge watch it.
Yeah.
Damn you, Netflix, for just making me a binge addict,
messing with our brains to let us. Oh, I can just watch it all at one time.
I can get all the dopamine. I can get all that
I don't have to wait.
I
don't have to be
just waste a day.
I can just watch it all at once. What?
Right? Damn, and then because when Disney Plus first came out, they're like, "Oh, we're gonna have The Mandalorian," and that's what I was expecting them to do do like a whole season drop, and they did it weekly. Yep. And I was like, son of a bitch.
Because they were like, we want you.
Fucking assholes.
We need the foot traffic. We want you to come back every week and watch this.
We need you to stay.
Right. Instead of just watching it all in one night and then be like, well, if I watched it, it's over now.
I can delete my subscription.
Right.
Because what do I need to watch all these old stuff? I'm 30-some years old.
And then we
oh my goodness
have watched the first 2 episodes of American Sports Story, which features the Aaron Hernandez story.
Oh my gosh. I didn't think they would do it. I was like, yo. So I don't know if anybody ever seen the doc series on Netflix about
I just went back and rewatched it.
You did?
Too. Yeah, because I was
But I was like,
whoa.
No, they wouldn't do that. But yep, they did. They gave scenes of him being into men.
Right. And him
and the quarterback getting it on.
My thing is, okay, so all of, outside, because Ryan Murphy is the guy that does all of, he does American Horror Story, he does the American Crime Stories, he does the shit that's on Netflix with the Menendez brothers and Jeffrey Dahmer and O.J. Simpson. He did all of those, and now he's doing this. And all of that, besides the American Horror Story stuff, all of the other stuff is based off of someone's book. Like
Right.
somebody wrote a book and he takes the book and then interprets it and turns it into a series. And everybody's shit that he's done, except for probably impeachment. I felt, because I think the only reason I think impeachment went so well and didn't get criticized so hard is because Monica Lewinsky, I think, helped work on it.
Oh yeah.
Because
I
that
didn't
one
know that,
was
but
chef's kiss. It was great.
I didn't even know that, because that's a Jonah Hill's sister, isn't it? The actress that plays
Yes, that's the
Monica.
actress. The
Yeah.
actress that plays Monica Lewinsky is Jonah Hill's little sister. But I think that's why that season of American Crime Story went so well, is because Monica Lewinsky, I think, maybe was an executive producer on that season.
Good for her.
And I think they based maybe the season off of her book. So you have somebody that was there firsthand working on it. Everybody else's stuff has been criticized because of the point of view that it is coming from. It's
Gotcha.
coming from a third party or an outsider, or
Yeah.
whatever the case may be. I was shocked, to say the least,
Yo.
because
And
my thing is, and I don't want to say that's defamation or to defame him. And I think they put out like a little, like before the show starts, you know, like how they'll put like the views that are expressed in this blah 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 are the views of blah 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 blah.
for
and don't have-
dramatic.
yeah, so basically, like, let me sprinkle this allegedly on this shit so y'all don't sue us for defamation. Because you're basically saying that Aaron Hernandez was at least bisexual.
Right.
But he's not here to say, yes, I was. I was bisexual. I was letting that man touch my dick. That's what I was doing.
When we were doing that football gangbang, I was checking the dudes
I was
out.
fine with that. We were smoking weed and we were touching dicks. That's what I like to do that. I like touching dicks and I like finger and vag. Like,
And I play tight end.
he isn't here to say that. So who are you to say that happened? You are going off the point of view of someone else, and you don't know if this kid, well, obviously he's not a kid now, but you don't know if this man is telling the truth. I mean, like I said before, I would hope that that
Somebody
this is
wouldn't lie.
right,
for
that
it.
this is genuine, that if you genuinely had what you perceive as a sexual relationship with this, that you held close to your heart with Aaron Hernandez, that you felt deeply for him, that obviously he was more than a friend to you, that you're not just slandering his name to slander his name. He has regardless of how you felt about him and what he did or didn't do, allegedly, he has a child in this world. And she is going to grow up knowing that her dad was convicted of killing somebody.
Right.
And B, people are out here saying your dad is at least, I won't say he's homosexual, but I'll say he's at least bisexual.
Right.
She shouldn't have to grow up. It's already enough to grow up with the implication that your dad was convicted of murder, let alone have somebody then throw that on top of there. Like, give it a break. If it's true, okay, fair. But if it's not, all right. And also, like, you didn't want to share that when he, got drafted by the Patriots. You didn't want to share that when they were showing him getting arrested on national television with his, his white shirt over,
I
with
don't
his
know.
hands behind his. You didn't want to be like, "That's my man."
Maybe because he knew what would happen if he did.
Like you
Aaron
wait.
would show up and pop.
You waited until this man,
Black eyes.
you know, unalived himself or whatever you believe.
Yeah.
If you believed he unalived himself, he unalived himself. If you believe that he didn't unalive himself, then you believe he didn't unalive himself. Whatever side of the fence you're on, he isn't in this world anymore. You waited until then to be like, oh, by the way, I was sucking his dick when we were in high school. Like,
wow.
What?
Dang. But
what?
I don't know, like, man, to be like,
and they made it sound like I'm like I said, I went back and I rewatched.
Because he was in the Marines too, wasn't he?
Yeah, the one guy.
Don't ask, don't tell.
I went back and rewatched the documentary that's on Netflix. They made it sound like, yeah, we were all kind of doing it. Like, oh, like it was no big deal. Like, I know, da 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 da. And I was like, so wait, was it just him and the quarterback were doing it? Was it him, the quarterback, and like the wide receiver? Like what? Like it just seemed a little like weird. I rewatched the Swamp Kings documentary the Untold that they did on Netflix also, that they did on the Florida Gators, that everybody was kind of disappointed in anyway, because they felt like there was a lot of players that wasn't involved in it, and there was a lot of shit that they just kind of left out. It makes this American sports story makes the Florida Gators, specifically Tim Tebow and Urban Meyer, look like dicks. Look like terrible people. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. But I was just kind of shocked. Like, I didn't think that they were going to include that, because it's not something that's proven or founded. I mean, even if it was proven, regardless of who he laid down with or liked to do in his spare time, or what he liked, who he was spending his intimate time with, it pays me no mind, and it should pay nobody else any mind. It's none of your fucking business. But it's the fact that it's like in a matter of fact way, or he's not here to say yes or no, or yeah, I was doing that, or no, I wasn't doing that, and we're just supposed to, now we just are left to speculate.
Yeah.
Do you have, I hate to be like, do you have any proof?
That's the thing. I wonder if they do have proof then. Or some, you know what I mean? Like, because in the episode, they had it where he met up with somebody, or he was on like a website.
Yeah, he was on, it showed him.
So it's like, I wonder, part of me's like, are they just adding that in as like, you know, just the Hollywood fake-ism?
Yes.
Or is there like transcripts of his, like, you know, of his phone or something?
Because I just feel like there isn't enough allegedly that could cover, hey, you put in here that, like, if I'm his daughter, there's not enough allegedly that you put in here that my dad was hooking up with random men for me to not go into a defamation lawsuit.
I mean, unless they signed off on it. So, I mean, like,
if it's based, so you don't have to sign off on if you're taking.
So the family wouldn't get any money from this or anything? Oh.
No, it's not like that.
Oh, or it's like, oh.
Like, they could have, now, I don't know if they tried to have it blocked. Like, they could have tried that. They could have tried to take Ryan Murphy to court to block it. Or maybe they don't even know that maybe they didn't know it was even coming out.
Oh.
Who knows?
They do now.
Right. So, it is what it is.
Interesting to see how the rest of this You
the
know,
rest of it
like what else
goes.
they add into it, or you know,
And I'm also curious, like, are they going to do other stories? Like, are they going to do other crime stories?
like sports crimes or
Yeah, other like sports crime stories.
or like sports athletes. Because like I said, Tillman, that would have been it.
Yeah, Pat Tillman,
Yeah, that would be
or
interesting.
they just
But
did The Untold on Netflix of Steve McNair,
oh
and
yeah,
that's the story that they put on The Untold.
yeah, I could definitely see that
Yo,
being the next one.
that sounded convoluted. So I feel like they could do that. They could do I can't remember his name, but the I think he was a wide receiver for the Carolina Panthers that murdered his pregnant girlfriend and the baby survived
Whoa,
and he basically went on the run. They could do him. Um they could do Ray Lewis and his alleged, well,
I was gonna say they can do. Was it Ray Rice?
yeah, they could do Ray Rice. There's so many.
Yeah, that would be like that man. Like, did he ever come back?
Nope. He never came back
They
from that.
never
He
like.
never came back from
Dang.
that. But the thing about it is, had the NFL, had it not got out that the NFL knew about it, it would have never, like, had
Yeah,
TMC not made that public,
that video.
we'd have never known about it.
Yeah,
So
and it would be under the rug,
Hush,
hush, hush,
hush.
hush. Give her money. Don't
Right.
go to counseling.
it would have
in-house,
just been
kinda
another story on
protect the shield.
Law and Order SVU because they did make it into an episode. And I can't wait until they make a Diddy episode.
Oh my god! Maybe that would be the next.
Yeah, that's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild. Stay tuned, everybody. Stay tuned.
Dang, baby oil just
So
losing,
much baby
just
oil.
losing so much.
The stock in baby oil has went up. Diddy was keeping baby oil in business, bro. He was single-handedly keeping
He's a
baby
COVID
oil
hoarder.
in business.
What and
nobody was like, "Yo,
this man's what's up with the baby oil,
what
dude?
is going on? Why is he getting so much baby oil delivered to his house? Why is it so slippery in here?
He's like, oh, I just slipped right into you. My bad.
All right, why is everything coated in baby oil? What's
Poor
going
fucking
on?
Justin Bieber.
Oh God, it's gonna be wild.
Yo, like
It's gonna be wild.
TikTok is so wild because with the AI,
TikTok AI,
because somebody's like, here's a sample of the new song, and it was
I saw that,
and I'm like, I don't think that's real because
Yeah.
I'm just, but I'm like, dang, I could definitely see that. I mean, that would definitely sell some records, I think, because people would just be like, oh man, Justin Bieber, fucking Diddy, oh. Wow.
Shit's gonna get weird.
Yeah. Stay tuned to that.
Right.
So, well, you think it
I think
that
that's
time?
it. Yep.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for being patient with us while we've been
Living our lives.
doing stuff outside, bringing you this cool content. Obviously, you know where to listen. Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, YouTube. Also follow us on Instagram and X at Corner of Bexley and Corner of Bex.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm Sarah. This is Clayton.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining. We'll catch you guys next week.
Maybe. Now we got to add the maybes.
Right.
You never know. To be continued.
Yes. See you later.